This is Chase Knight playing in the Reddit Twilight Struggle World Cup tournament. We're playing RYN3O. Our in pool play still. This game's pretty late for me. But we're Russia. We won the bidding. We both bet Russia given one. Won the coin flip or lost the coin flip, depending on how you want to look at it. So I'm Russia. He's USA. He gets +1 influence. Kind of looking at the hand. Don't have heavyweight cards, but we have a bunch of 3-op cards. Our events are a real safe hand. We're going to throw one Austria instead of Yugoslavia because of independent reds. Love having D-style. We got Vietnam so we can, jump ship to the southeast. We're going to throw Cambridge as a headline just to kind of see where we need to fight. Kind of my thought process is he had Europe. We can jump ship into France. If he has Middle East, most likely would have just scored it, but it could have given us a little bit of a head start, so to speak, and made that coup attempt on Iran a little easier. Or if it's Asia, we can kind of jump into the fray there and hopefully have a shot. So, all right. So it pulls Asia, so we know we have to kind of focus on Asia. A couple different options on where to put this op. India is kind of a safe play because it's 3. He can't coup, or he could coup us, but it's a little tougher. We could jump ship into South Korea, but we're gonna gamble a little bit. We're gonna play in Malaysia. If he coups us back, it's at a 2, so it's not super easy coup. So he's not just going to throw a 2-op card and expect to be guaranteed to win. And we can coup back from that spot. So first things first, we're going to coup Iran, try to close off that border to West Asia. We only roll 3 with 3-op, so we get 1 op there. He's going to most likely counter coup. But we're okay, so hopefully he doesn't roll. We can counter coup again. And we've got some decent ops. So he plays Japan. Wow, he rolls a 6. That's a bummer. So basically, there's no use even trying to counter coup that. So we're going to go ahead and just see if we can blow up Southeast Asia. Let's see what he does here. We'll also start trending over to India. So he goes into Pakistan. We're going to go ahead, play independent reds, get it out of the deck. Can't hurt us. We don't have anything that he can match with it. We get to also make it to 3 ops. Especially knowing that we had Vietnam, probably should have put that 1 op into India or South Korea. But it's all good. So since he didn't if he would have taken India all the way, we would have probably used the China card to take South Korea. He already played Japan early to coup with, so we don't have to worry about him playing it necessary for the event, or throwing those ops into Japan, put 1 extra somewhere else. So we'll see if he throws 3 influence there. So he takes India, he puts 1 in South Korea. We can kind of respond pretty easy here. we throw 2 ops. We take South Korea. Once again, we're kind of holding the the fire, so to speak, and controlling countries here. What's interesting is whether or not he's going to throw 3 ops into Japan and try to score it for even, or if he's going to try to take us for the country count. So we're a head start. If we play for the country count, we're going to probably score it for 5. So he goes ahead and lets us score it. It's nice. So we score it for 5. That's nice. Got 2 plays here. I could play to keep De Gaulle, try to play it next round, or I could play D-stall. I kind of like to hold D-stall. Just for kind of trying to All right, so we spread that around a little bit. Just threw one into Lebanon just to have presence in the Middle East. That way he can't just score the card right away if he still has it or if he gets it next hand. Also gets us threatened on into the western part of. All right, you could just take a 1-up card, roll a 6. All right. So the thing we have to worry about is we've got no presence in the Middle East. We have Europe scoring. And so kind of what I'm thinking here is we can go D-stall. So if he does through Middle East, we can protect against it. Hopefully he doesn't. But then we can also hopefully jump ship into France and then throw like a duck and cover and take France, especially since we have Europe. So it's definitely an option. We'd hate to lose 6 points to the Middle East, which is pretty huge. Yeah, so I think that's the play. Kind of protects us. We do worry about defectors. So he throws the Middle East card. So I hate using defector into a place where I can already put influence. But saving 6 victory points is always a win. So could put 2 in Egypt to kind of work over. We're gonna go ahead and go into there, and we're gonna see if we can sneak one into France. So since DEFCON's at 4, we're cooing. So we take him out of Pakistan. We drop the DEFCON down 2. We give him a couple victory points. So kind of now it's we have Europe, but hopefully, so basically, does he take France or does he take Pakistan back? We hope he takes Pakistan back. Give us a chance to take France. But we do have the Indo-Pakistan War card, so we do have a chance to, flip India as well. So we could have a pretty strong hold on Asia. If he takes France, we definitely go into Pakistan. We try to flip India. And then basically our Asia kind of counteracts their Europe with the fact that we have a chance with Southeast Asia to get a couple extra points. So it's fair trade. Maybe at some point we can fight back. So he's got NATO. He's going to throw 4. So he's going to take France. All right. So we're going to make sure we get Pakistan. We're going to overprotect. And we got 1 extra op. So we can either go into like one of the Southeast Asia countries or Thailand, or we go ahead and take Afghanistan. So we got a couple different options with that 1 op. So go ahead and take Afghanistan. to keep him from getting the country right next to us. Also protects a little bit for Pakistan, and just in case we lose the war card, and he gets it back in turn 3 or mid war. Otherwise, looking at our hand, we don't have a lot of ops to do a whole lot of damage. We've got Truman and Roman, and Roman Abdication, just one op cards. Neither one of us, Truman doesn't hurt us at all at this point. We've got kind of Korea and containment. So we'll kind of see. What he does. So he plays 5-year plan, and he immediately takes Algeria. Ugh. Was hoping to have tempo to do that. Thought he might. So what we'll do before he can go ahead and get Burma, go ahead and play this at a 50-50, and we roll a 4. Good thing, because if he would have gotten Burma, that 4 would not have succeeded. We would have needed a 5 or 6. So we flip it. We're looking awesome in Asia, not so great in Europe, and kind of, we're even in Middle East. So hopefully we like to spend a little bit of this time trying to take a little bit of Europe. So, all right. So he plays events and gives military ops. If we would have rolled a 6, we would have won. We came close. If he wouldn't put in Jordan, if he would have just gambled with that, we would have won. We just place our 1 op, go and get Truman out of the deck. Oh, it's a good card to get out of the deck. One thing I still hate is the fact that we hadn't had decall yet. Hopefully we'll get next round. Alright, so we'll go ahead and just bite the bullet on Europe. Go ahead and give them the 5 points. We got 1 play left.
Responder es que, por lo menos en las condiciones de nuestro país, no había otro camino.
His space is decall, but the good news is, it happens in round 2, so we have a chance to get it back. But he wins. So we go ahead and overprotect Thailand, which gives us a chance to. That way, his last play, he can't just throw 1 up into Malaysia or Cambodia and then flip it with the China card since he has it. Romania, Korea, we will hold those over. No big deal. We place the extra op down in Argentina just to kind of try to protect Chile from, a realignment where he could take a 3-up card realign, even though he's at -1 in that situation. He's got, all he's got to do is win 1 roll and you're out. So trying to protect a little bit. He plays Nasser. He gets 1 op. Goes into Africa. So, all right, it also goes into Colombia. So we could coup it, but then that would give him a chance to counter coup. 2 big things. We've got CIA. We've got 5-year plan. I love holding 5-year plan if I can. I love to space NORAD. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Red Scare, and then we're going to really bite the bullet with CIA. So we're going to go ahead and let them see what we have. And he defectors it. All right, it's a shame. I'd rather just go and get out of it. So we play CIA. Let's see what he does with it. The good news is You know, we would have. Sometimes it's nice to play CIA early where you don't have influence in any of the third world countries, but we do have influence in Argentina and Chile. So we can't just play it with a DEFCON's 2 and not worry about it. We have to worry about it because we do have influence. Um, wish we had a little bit more, but right now we're in good shape. You know, he's getting a head start into South America, having to play D stall to keep him from scoring Middle East kind of definitely sets back into South America. And then to boot, we threw, normally would have said 2 into Iraq and then thrown 1 into South America, 1 in Venezuela. You know, we threw 1 into France to have a chance to even out Europe. And then that backfired when he decided to take France instead of Pakistan back. So we won in the aspect of, you know, we definitely locked down Asia. We lost Europe. And then he's really, tempo-wise, done a great job going ahead and pushing mid-war countries before they've even come out. So we're going to put 1 into Saudi. You know, he's got to do a little more work to get to Libya. So now, you know, he's got to throw a 4-out card in it to take it or something to that effect. So we'll see what he does. If we do lose Middle East, we could technically play 5-year plan with Middle East, you know, and basically not worry about scoring it. All right, so he slams Warsaw Pact into Israel. We're going to get to play Warsaw Pact for the event, which is nice. We get to overprotect East Germany and Poland. However, sometimes it's nice to have a Warsaw Pact still in the deck late because it kind of keep the U.S. from doing some big moves later in the game. But we'll go ahead and overprotect it now for sure. Kind of puts us where we can have a couple tip marks in some of these 3-out countries. So maybe at some point we'll have a chance to even up the country count. So we go ahead and play Korean into Saudi, take Saudi. He's going to probably throw an op-ed, go ahead and take Israel. And at this point, looking at my card, tempo-wise, you know, I'm not going to play NORAD. I like to keep Special Olympics, and I've got 2 cards. I got Romanian and Blockade. You know, and there's no real way to really. I throw one of those into Syria. I'm still country is 4-4. You know, you're still scoring it for 1. So we'll probably just go ahead and score Middle East next. You know, wow. So big 4-out card. He takes Israel. He's going ahead and moving in South America. Oh man, he's getting into good shape. So we score it for 1 point. Maybe we should have gambled before taking with a Romanian or something like that early on. Went ahead and cooed Colombia and hoped we could roll a big number and keep the spread into South America. So that might have been a mistake. He plays East European rest. He slams it all into the third world. At least we're successful in the space race. Catch a point back. But now he's got, yeah, he's in good shape for the next little phase of this game. So, kind of, we could take 5-year plan and make Blockade or Romanian a 3-point card essentially by pulling one of those cards out. You know, and maybe that's the play. Then we can kind of shore up the southern part of South America. Go ahead and take Libya. You know, or we could save it and hope we can shuttle shuttle Africa or Central America. But hopefully we'll get a little bit of luck here too. All right, so wow. So we throw one down into Argentina just to try to, kind of even up South America, so to speak. Okay. So we rolled a 4. We kind of kept blockading the game. We could have went after West Germany. But he saw it. He saw that we had blockade. Plus, he was able to defect our Red Scare. So we'll kind of just hope that maybe later in the game it works out. Plus, kind of my thought process was coup in Colombia was he probably kept a card that he would maybe space, like Common Con. Now he'll just play it. Wow. Okay. So go ahead and overprotect. Go ahead and spread Comic Con a little bit around. All right, so good news is we've got decall, so we can go ahead and immediately kind of attack some of what he's doing in Africa. And then we got duck and cover, so then maybe we can kind of go back over the top of it, kind of take some countries and kind of battle back here. It's got Sadat, so obviously we need to take Libya before we can play Sadat. 5-year plan is still there, so kind of looking at bad cards. We've got duck and cover, which it sounds like we're going to probably play that to start off with and give up the opening coup or give the Voice of America. He's going to knock us out of the southern part of South America. That is why we should have went ahead instead of coup in Colombia. Went ahead and put a third one in Argentina. Because if you're 3-1, you can protect against Voice of America, so he can almost knock you out. You can only take 2 out of one country. So when you're looking at South America, when you're Russia, it's better to be 3-1 than it is 2-2. So he's gonna knock us out of the southern part of South America, and which sucks is we might have to play OSA founded too, so we're gonna get behind. So hopefully we can gain a little traction in. And he took one out of Pakistan. See, so all right. So we're gonna play decall. And then we'll play duck and cover. And we'll take flip Zaire, Angola, and we'll repair Pakistan. But we'd give up 3 meaty victory points. So it looks like we have a shot in Africa. Let's see what he does. The card I definitely don't want to play is Colonial Rearguards. Definitely don't want to get them, kind of blowing up Southeast Asia, or redoing everything we just did in Africa. So we're definitely trying to space that. I still think probably at this point we're trying to keep 5-year plan. We could turn OAS into a 3-year card. Oh, nuclear subs plays this event. So tempo wise, we do need to take Libya before we take Saudi. Dilemma. That's it. He called that at a good time while we're still pretty new. So my idea, hopefully, is that we will play Sadat, and we'll be able to coup one of the non-battlegrounds, and then kind of have to waste a turn, kind of finishing up, taking back Egypt. It's kind of the thought process here. So he rolls a 5. He takes Zaire with a 5. We're going to play. Ugh, we roll a 1. Man, it's bad when you can't even knock out a one-up country. Which would have been nice if we would have won a little bit of tempo there. He plays Salt Negotiations, which he definitely didn't want to play that for the event because he wouldn't have been able to knock down DEFCON. We're going to have to play our man in Tehran, which I hate doing. Go ahead and try to stop him from winning every single region. It looks like Africa is definitely shaping up to be his. But hopefully we can kind of, make him Venezuela play, kind of punish him for that mistake, so to speak. Hopefully we don't give away anything too bad here with Tehran. When I play the event for myself, it's always USA cards. I'm like, so hopefully he got nothing but USA cards. Oh no! So Asia, Allendale, and De Gaulle, the UN interventions OPEC, so he didn't have to give up the points there. And the Q's Angola. Now he realigns. Oh, yeah, all bad. Wow. So now we're almost all but out of Africa. So we got to get a little lucky here. Let's keep on cooing. So hey, we rolled a 6. So at least that put us an anchor down that maybe that lasts for a minute or two. So we got a 5 spot. He's asked to score Europe, but he scores it for 5, and he's back up to 7. Yikes. We're going to space Colonial. Go ahead, get that out. At least we succeed, so we can now we could technically space 2 cards at once. But we're going to keep 5-year plan. So he spaces the Africa card, catches back up with us. And we could make OS needed a 3.3 op card. I think at this point, since we're kind of down everywhere, and four fronts, Africa, South America, and Central America, we hope to keep it to be able to at least get rid of a card. So if he does anything besides go to, all right, so he went to Chile and he went to Haiti. He plays socialist government where he can, most likely he just repairs it all. So he kind of gets out of his hand. So he plays it, puts it back. The good news is, as far as U.S. action round sevens, that one's kind of benign. So he's not doing anything too crazy here. The question is, does he put all his influence back, or does he skip somewhere and throw an extra op somewhere else? So he didn't overprotect Italy, so we have to remember that. So, all right. So we got Junta, which I like to see that. Indo-Pakistan war card, so we don't have to worry. I'm attempting to flip one of those. Besides that, pretty good hand. We've got Yusuri. We definitely want to space. Camp David is, not that big a deal. He's got all of those. Panama Canal is not a big deal. He's got all those. But we're definitely going to play Junta and get it on out. So he kind of eliminated. I was hoping to be able to place down here and coup. So now we just kind of have realignment. So we kind of see if we can, on an even roll, take Chile and just win one of these two rolls. Nope. Of course not. So he wins both of those rolls. So he stays there. Would have been nice if we could knock him out Chile, then we could have put 3 in there and at least evened it up. So I don't have a 4-op card. I really want to that I can use just to take Chile. So we'll see if we can go ahead and slam 3 ops in it. So kind of what we just did was, instead of putting all the ops into Chile, threw 1 into Cuba, just so that way he can't just, coup the non-battleground and knock us completely out of Central America. So we're trying to not be knocked out. But it does give him a chance. If he's got a 4-op card, he can take Chile. We're hoping that he will not be so inclined to do that. So at some point, it'd be nice to pick up some of the loose change, grab Indonesia, maybe kind of sneak a couple into Burma or the Philippines, pick up some of the extra non-battlegrounds in Southeast Asia. So we catch a couple points because he doesn't have UN intervention. He evens it up with Chile and he takes Mexico. So kind of my take is we definitely have to take Chile right now while we can. Kind of even up South America. If he's got Central America, he goes ahead and scores it for domination. We just have to deal with it. So at least we've evened up South America. We're fighting in Central. We're still way behind in Africa. So he plays some and he's going to coup. So he coups Colombia, rolls a 1. Welcome to my world. I'm going to give him Panama Canal. And then we're going to coup Haiti. Then we roll a 5. Nice. So we're looking better in Central America. Hopefully we can throw a couple hops, take Cuba, and kind of start feeling better about that region. And then at that point, really looking at it, we're really kind of behind Europe and Africa, and we look pretty solid other places. Now Africa looks really bad. All right, show diplomacy. He plays it for the influence. He goes ahead and flips Nigeria. So now we have to worry about him having the scoring card. So we're gonna flip it back. Man, we've got another hopefully it ends there because we've got Missouri a 5-year plan. Definitely don't want to have to try to use those cards to flip that back. So if he flips it back, he's probably going to keep it for a moment. So he's flower power, and he flips it out, and I was say and overprotects, but he goes ahead and grabs. So with space, Missouri, we can't deal with it. We succeed, so at least we catch those 2 victory points. So at least we've been able to pick up some of those extra victory points. And really, when you catch that space race rolls, even though it says 2 victory points, it's really a 4-point switch because you're winning 2, they can't get any from it, versus them getting the 2. So it's you're +2 and they don't get 2. So if that makes sense. So kind of, so we play Camp David. We'll give a victory point. We try to coup, try to give us a chance to realign them out of Nigeria, but we roll a 1, so we just basically knock them out versus doing any real damage. He spaces this, and he succeeded. That would have been a nice card to have. So we're going to play Indo-Pakistan and kind of go into Southeast Asia. Or probably the better play here is go ahead and even it up. Take Cuba. So he's at 3. We battle back in South America. We've kind of battled back in Central America. Africa's a quagmire. But he's evened it up in the Middle East. So it takes John Paul. He flips the country in Central. We've got South America, so we can score that for even. Capture Nazi scientist. NATO's a nice 4-up card. Bear trap. We definitely don't want to play alliance or puppet government. We want to be careful because we don't want to play capture scientist and then not be able to coup a 2-op card. Which would kind of like to coup public governments, even though it doesn't matter as much in this game. It's to help them in Central America, potentially help them to set some realignments into South America. We do have Muslim Revolution. I'd like to be able to play that card for the event, but we want to kind of set it up, throw some influence into Iran and Egypt, so when we flip that card, we actually win something. So we'll use NORAD hopefully to play it, to get some influence in some of those little places. We're going to go ahead and play South America scoring. Just because I don't really want to headline, he gets grain sales. And he pulls Muslim government. So he's going to have a big 4-up card to try to coup Argentina. The good news is if he wins the coup, he doesn't have a non-battleground. So instead of even, he wins it for 2 points maybe. Or in that case, no points. So 1 point. He'll get it for 1 point, which I can handle that. And I get to knock him out of 2 countries. He catches a point. Now I can play NATO and kind of flip Middle East to our benefit here. So all right. So worked out. I mean, we South, would have been nice also to have, or maybe we should have attempted to give up something. Maybe taken Egypt and thrown Argentina, and then gave him Iran because there's a couple other ways and options possibly to flip Iran, just to try to not let him flip the power, so to speak, in South America. Because if it takes Argentina, it's pretty easy for him to take Peru and realign us out. Um, Especially since we don't have the best hand here. We've got some things where we definitely don't want to play alliance for power because right now it scores a 1, 2, 3, 4. If it takes Argentina, it's 5. So Central America and Africa are the 2 places that haven't come out yet. All right. So he played the China card. He picked up a couple of the Southeast Asia countries. Um, Really debating on the bear trapping myself. You got to be careful with bear trapping yourself because you can definitely end up with a play where you don't get anything. But if you do it, you need to attack. All right, so if he's got Southeast Asia, I'm hoping he'll put the influence of Burma, give us a chance to kind of realign him out of Nigeria. Try to hopefully even up a little bit what's going on in Africa. All right, trying to realign us. He's got a +1. Of course, we. All right, we didn't get completely knocked out. Gives us a victory point. We're gonna go ahead and bear trap ourselves. We're gonna throw it in Italy, scare it. So basically, he's got to pretty much, take in consideration Italy. So
peace and freedom here in this hemisphere, and we hope around the world.
So hopefully that means that he's not completely flipping. He's got to use one of his turns to flip it as long as we get out of it. If we don't get out of it, it can get nasty. But at this point, we got that card out of the deck. We'll have a chance to get rid of a couple of these cards, public governments and alliance for progress. And if he does something funky, maybe, who knows? Maybe we actually can take Italy. That would be crazy. You never know. All right. Oh, nice. So he plays this for the event. Let's see what he gets rid of. Che, Cambridge, Long Gunman. So the main reason was Long Gunman. But he gets rid of Che, which would have been a nice card to have this particular game. So we get out of the bear trap. We get rid of the Alliance, which would have scored on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can steal space puppet governments. And we can play capture Nazis. And maybe that's a play. Try to push it and have a chance to get to the point where we can discard a card. So he goes ahead and takes Italy back, but he does not overprotect. So that's nice. I'll have to remember that. I'm going to go with Space Puppet. Nice, so we'll get to see his headline. And then kind of the dilemma here is with we can do capture Nazi scientists and we'll get 3 victory points, or do we coup something and reduce? So he scores 2 for Central America. I'm gonna play this for the event. Take the 3 victory points while we can. Really thought maybe we might coup Nicaragua there if he wouldn't score Central American scorecard. That's probably what we would have done. But once he scores, it kind of makes that decision a little easier. Yeah, but we got. So he gets the China card back. That's annoying. All right. So we pick up Spain. You know, we're getting back to where all the cards are re-rolling. We need to take a little tempo, try to take some of these non-battlegrounds to even up the country count. We've kind of set it up to be able to pop a few. And maybe we can even that up would be nice. The good news for where we're at with the space track is most likely Star Wars isn't going to hurt us. The bad news is that we got to roll 3, so we can't get rid of some cars like grain cells. Oh no! So he gets Abium Treaty. Instead of cooling, he's going to realign. We lose 3, lose 1. So we held strong. Knocked 4 of us out though. So we got Africa, we got South America. We'd like to be able to coup something. Well, we got Brush War too, so maybe we can Red Scare. We get the opening coup, we can win, and Nigeria, and then maybe we can Brush War Algeria or something to that degree. We definitely want to play Red Scare now because we just can't. You know, he gets Japan, which isn't as big of a deal. Would have been nice to gotten to use those 4 ops though. But I guess in the end we lose 2 ops.
That's what you can do for your country.
All right. So we win that coup. So hopefully we can be a little tricky here. You know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could flip one. No, let's say we can win the Brush War, take Algeria. Then we could flip one of those little countries. Maybe we'll have a chance to even up the country count and play this region for even. So he's going for the coup. He takes Cameroon. But we get Fidel, but we already had it. So that kind of sucked. All right. So we went ahead and ticked 1 mark in Syria. You know, we did all that great work in Middle East. We want to at least score for domination. Just in case he has it and came back out. He rolls a 6. We're going to go ahead and score South America, let him have it for 2 before he gets any smart ideas there as far as, you know, taking a non-battleground for domination. But that puts us way behind once again in Africa. And he gets Europe already. Man. Well, if we could flip Zimbabwe. We rolled a 1. Well, if we could roll a 5 there, kept it for a second. And then did a Brush War on Algeria. We still could score Africa for even. And I still think that probably you've got a couple different plays here with the Brush Wars. Do we go to Argentina and just even South America back up? or Brazil and have a chance to realign them out of Venezuela. But South America already scored. Maybe we should have tried that first and just given up Africa. Or we can brush for Algeria, 2-point swing. I gain a point, he loses a point in Africa. So I think that's what we're going to do for long term. It picks up Burma. Makes me think that Southeast, at least maybe we'll catch 2 points. 2 points and roll 2, roll 1 and 2. It was all bad. Spaces Quagmire. He's successful, so we won't see his headline next time. We're going to try this rush war. We'll try to still battle in Africa. I just don't want him to get to 17. Anything can win the games. Maybe we could decrease it a little bit. 50-50, we roll 1. Come on, dice. All right. So we might get knocked out here pretty early. So hopefully we get 2 victory points there. That'll make it a little easier. So instead of being at 17, he'll be at 15 at the end of the round. Yeah. That one hurt playing it. But he's done a great job in Africa. He's got there first and done a good job of recooling and reprotecting and realigning. I'm just glad we have a little bit of influence there because we easily could have, be knocked out. So he plays Willie Brandt. At least we get the victory points. We're down to 14. All right. So looking at this hand, we've got some things we can do damage. We have terrorism, but we also have Iranian hostage crisis. We've got the reformer, so we can do a little damage maybe into Europe. We have OPEC, so we can score some points with OPEC, and that might be what we have to do to start off with, just to try to, knock it down, so that way, he doesn't score something for 5-6 points. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So he plays Voice of America. So we catch the victory points. Luckily, that happened first. It kind of keeps them from Voice of America and, Libya and Egypt out or something. Only let us have 3. So he can't knock us out of Nigeria. He can't knock us out of Cuba per se. So I don't know. I don't know what he does here. He might go Libya, Egypt, let us coup, and then he can go and take Egypt and Libya. Might be his thought process, with a chance to kind of even up the Middle East. I don't know why that Red Scare Perch card is stuck. If you end up with a stuck card, you can always just leave, come back. Usually it'll be gone. All right, where did he take us out of again? Cambodia, Vietnam, Cuba, and Afghanistan. Interesting. Makes me think he's got Asia, and he's going to try to battle back for some of these non-battlegrounds. And right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got to be pretty mindful of that. We don't want to let him flip too many of these little countries. All our good work with all the, a 5-to-1 advantage on battlegrounds be negated because he's got the non-battlegrounds and has to have evened up the country count. So we'll definitely battle for that because probably, Asia without doubt's our number one region to score points. So went after Mexico. This because he had played one out of Cuba. My thought process, if he had Central America, we could kind of limit the damage there for a little bit. Plus, we got Liberation Theology, so maybe we can jump ship into Mexico, repair Cuba, and then we're looking way better in Central America. So kind of what we're hoping for here. Let's see what he does. So he plays Salt. He takes Cambodia. He's trying for Afghanistan. So we definitely can't let Asia flip. So we're going to use a China card here. We're taking Afghanistan back.
The totalitarian world produces backwardness.
Go ahead and take Vietnam. We'll go ahead and put one in Thailand too to keep them just. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if he flips Vietnam, we'll throw 2 options at Thailand and be okay. If he tries to take Thailand, we throw an extra in Vietnam. We're good to go. Kind of leaning toward playing, even though we have Iran, leaning toward playing it the hostage, so that way I can play terrorism. So he plays shelter diplomacy for the ops. He takes Mexico back. Would have liked to have seen him kind of flip something else there because it would have been nice to play Liberation Theology to take Mexico and reprotect Cuba. We're going to play this for an event. We're going to do something similar. We're going to go ahead and take Cuba with it and push him on Mexico. All right, so he plays 5-year plan. Goes ahead and takes Mexico, takes Guatemala. I don't really know if he needed to go to Guatemala, but I got him. Going in, overprotecting Vietnam just to go ahead and hopefully stop whatever he's thinking about Asia. I'll throw one more in there too to boot. So he plays Alliance. He's going to get a bunch of points. He got 5 points for that. On the ropes again. So we played that for the event. It gives us 2 in Iran, but more importantly, the idea there is that we can use this terrorism card. So maybe we can hold on to it, make him discard 2 cards, and pull some of his good stuff out, and have to play some of our stuff. Being having a reduction in hand size. So. We roll 2, we just knock him out. We don't win the roll, or what I would consider winning the roll. If we win, yeah. So he plays blockade, and he discards Suez, and then he gets us out of Colombia. So we're going to play Reformer. Depending on what he has, we'll have a chance to flip something here. Kind of. All right. So, did a little damage to Europe. Oh, nice. So, we get Asia and Middle East, which we're winning. Those are our 2 main regions. So, we're going to be able to get some victory points back, which is nice. We can play terrorism, make him get rid of 2 cards. We have NORAD, which, even though it's late, its effect is minimum. I still scary to use that card. But we're going to headline terrorism, get to play Star Wars for even. We can play UN intervention with NORAD. Ugh. So he plays Cologne or rear guards, which is going to hopefully he throws it more into Africa than he does into Asia, because we have to protect Asia just because of the we have the scorecard and it's our main boost of points. So hopefully terrorism does not pull our cards out. It's do him any favors. So come on. So right now we're scoring Asia for 8. South African unrest. And Korean Wars. So of course it threw 2 of our cards he had to deal with. Great, and the way this game is going, neither one was gonna hurt him too bad. So we're gonna repair because we can't give up everything we've kind of gone out and kind of earned, so to speak. So hopefully we're scaring enough in France that he repairs France and we still have a chance to coup. That's what I'm hoping for. So I hope he is at least scared enough. The only bad thing about pushing for a country like France is we got to have 2 plays where we don't play, so to speak. But it is late game to be able to score Asia and Middle East and get this back down where, hopefully he doesn't have war games. So, you know, we might have to go ahead and play Asia even if he coups instead of trying to flip. So he knocks us out of Nigeria. Here's the deal: if he's got war games, the game's over. So we have to score Asia. We've got all the, for 8, knocks it back down where he can't play war games. But unfortunately, it doesn't let us have a chance to flip France, which kind of sucks. But the good news is it let us score Asia for 8 and keep from losing for war games if he has it. Unfortunately, he gives him tempo to repair stuff back. So he plays China. He's setting up in Czechoslovakia, which means he's got to tear down this wall. But right, but unfortunately, we've got to take Nigeria. We can't just completely give him Africa. So we're trying to need a better place to overtake Nigeria. So we'll see. So most likely he's going to take Czechoslovakia and then, try to take whatever the country is above Nigeria. But hopefully he won't try to realign it. So hopefully he'll take Czechoslovakia. We'll take, Sahara States or whatever it's called. So there's a little influence into Chile. He takes, looking for the realignment. Nice. So we coup, we roll 5. We protect Nigeria. So now a realignment on it, it's +1 our favor versus +1 him if we don't coup. Even if he takes Czechoslovakia, we're still even on the roll if he plays tearing down this wall. So the choice here is: do we take it out of Israel? We take it out of Jordan. It's kind of protected either way. I think we take it out of Israel because I think that's at least makes them have to deal with it. Hopefully, what we're hoping for here is he puts both up in Czechoslovakia. He repairs it. So if not, I thought for a second we might be able to gain an extra victory point when we play Middle East. So we're going to go ahead and play it. We get it for 6. So he plays it. This doesn't hurt him at all. So since he only place we can take it out of is Jordan. So then he's got 4 ops to do whatever he wants to do with it. All right. We'll go into Austria. The idea we can throw 2 more in there, kind of even out the country count a little bit. Hopefully, either he's just setting up for it. Maybe he doesn't have it. We'll see. So he spaces that. We're going to go into Italy. We're going to keep on attacking Italy. So kind of force him into not doing whatever he was wanting to do, actually around 7. So if he has a scorecard or if he had to space something, but instead he's got solidarity. So yeah, he definitely has whatchamacallit. So looking at our hand, we're going to play Cuban Missile Crisis. Hopefully we can pick up a couple points because he won't be able to do non-battlegrounds. Give us a chance in Africa. But he plays tearing down this wall, which sucks because that was a good combo with solidarity. So he's got the +1 modifier on East Germany. Because all I've got is East Germany. I didn't end up getting Australia. I don't have Poland anymore. Yeah. The only good news here is that hopefully we can take Italy after this. So, he loses 2. So we have East Germany. He loses 2 in Italy. He loses 1 in Poland. So he loses 5 influence right there. And he is, Europe just flipped. That is crazy. So we're going to spread some influence around. We got war games, by the way, too. So if there is some reason if we could somehow pop off 3 points, we might be able to play it. We'll hold it. So we just basically flipped Europe. Pretty huge, pretty key. So it was probably the worst teardown. Like, he did a great job of setting that up. So he goes in and you kind of see it coming. He's prepping for it. You think you're all right. And then he comboed it with solidarity. So suddenly you lost your modifier with Poland. We could have placed 2 of those ops into Austria, but I like the play of kind of unprotected, making Italy. So even if he switches something, because at the time I didn't think solidarity was coming out. If he did knock out, we'd have a chance to be able to take Italy and something else. Anyway, I thought we might be all right. But he really outplayed us there and just got unlucky. So he's got 4 ops. See what he does with it. So he tries to flip Italy back. I don't know. That was the time to do that. Yeah, he's a little salty about that. I don't blame him. So this is round 10. We want to hold war games to the bitter end. We're going to flip Italy back. Just keep on kind of chipping away where we set up some of these countries just in case something happened where we could, if we did flip it, we'd be able to get the country count. So I think we're going to be able to there. Kind of looking at the rest of our hand. We're in okay shape. We've got Asia, Middle East, and it looks like Europe, but we're way behind in Africa, South America, and Central America. Central America is the closest of the group. So maybe somewhere we can meet it out. Looking for military ops, we obviously have a chance to coup something. We also have the Indo-Pakistan war card where we could go into Pakistan, play that war card, get our military ops, and have a chance at 2 extra victory points, 50-50 on that. We could throw Iran-Contra scandal, play at the event, and then have a chance to, with some of these realignments that might be happening, that might not be a bad play to do that, just to make it a little easier on the realignment. Another thing is he's still in a Cuban Missile Crisis, so we hopefully can coup, let's say like Guatemala, and we can coup, some of the stuff in Africa, trying to get back in the even on the country count. So that's kind of what we're hoping for here, especially now that Europe is kind of even. I don't know if he takes any out of West Germany or Turkey just because of it. So he does have that chance where he can cancel Cuban Missile Crisis, but I don't know if he does just out of worry about the country count. We'll see though. So I went from thinking that we were about to lose to we got a shot. We've got a shot here.
Backwardness because it does such violence to the spirit.
So it goes to Peru. So what I'm thinking is we've got a Latin America debt crisis. So maybe we can start kind of build up. We kind of go into Argentina, and then maybe we can pop that card. If he doesn't have a 3, we can double up some influence and kind of fight, maybe even flip this region. So we could throw 1. So now we're even on the multiplier, so to speak, and to if he's trying to coup us out of realign us out of Chile. Not that worried about Thailand over there, or Taiwan. I am worried about him and his action round 10 or his action round 7 play. All right, so here's my idea. Hopefully we can, if he does realignment, we've got 7 there. So hopefully, it's only a +1 modifier. Maybe we lose a couple, but we don't lose a ton. And then we'll have a chance to realign him out. So he's got a 3-op card. And I lose 4? Oh, I lose 1. I lose 2. Now that was pretty huge. So we went from only being down +1. We'd lose all 7 on the 3 rows. I guess that makes up for his tear down this wall. So the idea there was hopefully we could realign them, potentially have a chance to play Latin America debt crisis. I don't even know what to do with South America. I can throw 2 ops into Chile, and then he's just going to come back with it. And then that just gets me to 4. I don't see it really. I don't see it working. It might. So what we're going to do now, I think, is we just got to attack somewhere else. Right now we've got 3 plays. So we got 2 2-op plays, and then we'll end with War Games. War Games has got to. We got to have one of these plays has got to go to Europe. And we've got to get military ops. So we're gonna coup Guatemala. We roll 4. That's not too bad. But at least we have our military ops, so that's 2 points there. And hopefully, so now we've evened up Central America, so now we can kind of go to somewhere else. And maybe we can go to Africa and coup coup down there. Maybe the play would have been the coup Peru. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we use a Zimbabwe and then we throw some on our 4-op card, then we'll have a chance. So we locked down South America. Got a coup back here. Hopefully this should roll 6. Nice. So we're in good shape, Central America. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 5, 2. I wish I had one more 4-op card. Ugh. What I could do.
С праздником всех вас, дорогие товарищи! Пусть он укрепит нас в стремлении сделать все ради возрождения Родины, идти вперед по пути социалистического обновления.
Also need to put one in the series. That way he can't just add one to the or I put 2 for 1 in Syria and take my domination out. So this is my one out battleground. Now I think we made a real good run at it. I still think he's going to win. Just think the last play is that powerful where he's going to be able to flip enough where I can't do anything about it. It's going to do just enough to win. So here we go, place an influence here with War Games. Whoa. My bad. I accidentally thought I picked War Games back up. That could have been bad. All right. All right, so that takes Europe. And then, one up. Overtake Italy. Ultimately, in Europe, he can take out almost anything. And he'll undo that. So don't we have to pretty much overtake Syria? Could throw one into Central America, even that up. But ultimately, that's only like 2 points. Yeah. So it is what it is. I think he's got me because he can, if he's got a 4-op card, he throws one into Italy, kind of evens that up, and throws, one in Asia probably. I think it probably still have Asia. But, yeah, great game. Great game. Wish I would have won. Wait. He's got a score card. +2. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I outscore him by 3. So I end up winning by 2. What? What a game. Wow, I did not think I was going to win that. I think here's my honest take. If he goes ahead and plays Central America early, just gets it out of the deck and says, whatever, I'll play it for even, and has that last play, to do that damage, I think that was a mistake. But he played fantastic. He probably should have won. Tear down this wall, completely flip Europe, and that's the difference in the game. RYN3O played played fantastic in the third war countries. We got obviously Asia was locked down for us. We did a good job with Middle East, and we're able to flip Europe. But I mean, he locked and loaded Africa, and even at the end where we really thought that maybe we could play a Cuban Missile Crisis and get some of the battlegrounds, he did a good job of keeping that from really happening. And we ended up in Central America fighting for that. We probably should have been in Africa trying to pick up one or two countries. Yeah, he's saying he lost 9 influence and tear down this wall. I think it was 5. But either way, no, he's right. That was brutal. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This game probably puts me past pool play. 4-0 in pool play. One guy hasn't played yet, but most likely 4-0. Possibly depending on what happens on the last one. That should put me in pool play. So we'll see you once we get to the quarterfinals here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.